Ashley, we're in a beautiful area here of Pennsylvania, and we're in a very unique center. Tell us where we are.
The National Christmas Center.
And you work here, of course, at the Christmas Center just about all year long? This is a very big time for you now.
It is, yes.
Even though it's not Christmas.
No, everybody loves Christmas.
And this music plays over and over and over, doesn't it?
It does, but I love it.
Oh, very good. Okay, now tell us about the center. What do we have in this building?
We have 12 main galleries. They are full rooms that actually surround you. We decorate everything from ceilings to floors and the walls to really put you within different environments. So if something requires cobblestone, we have cobblestone there, and it's really beautiful and absolutely remarkable.
The figures are so lifelike. These are not just regular mannequins, are they?
No, not at all. We have our own artists that do what we call life casting. They make molds of actual people's hands, their faces, and their feet. So they come out really detailed with all kinds of different personalities within them. They look very realistic.
Well, if you were going to do a place about Christmas, where do you stop? I mean, evidently, you could have a huge auditorium.
Yes, we haven't stopped, and our curator is very sad because he would like more space, actually. And so it just continues to grow. We have new exhibits every year.
Oh, so we can anticipate that. In other words, if you've come here before in the past, we'll say 2 years, you really need to come back because things have been added.
Exactly. We already have 3 new exhibits, actually, since the past 2 years. So.
Very good. So we would call this, then, a museum.
Definitely.
We should point out that this is a self-guided tour.
Yes, it is self-guided, and most people on their own take about an hour, so there's a lot to see. It's not something you just breeze right through. Well, welcome to the National Christmas Center. This is our very first exhibit. We're showing Christmas over 100 years ago. We're telling the story about the little girl in the red dress. Her name was Virginia O'Hanlon. She lived in Manhattan, New York, and she wanted to know if there's a Santa Claus. One day after school, she asked her dad about it, and he told her to write to the New York Sun paper. On the board to your left, we have a photocopy of Virginia's original letter to the paper, and on the board to the right is a picture of the actual Virginia. What makes Virginia so popular is the editorial printed in response to her letter. It's become the most widely read editorial of all time, and they say, yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. And that is printed here for everybody to read. The decorations and ornaments in this parlor, they are decorated true to Virginia's time. She wrote her letter in 1897. We call it a Victorian Christmas. Pillar candles were still very common on the mantelpiece. Most homes did not have electricity yet. And the paper ornaments and the hand-blown glass ornaments were very common on the Christmas trees. And the little candles, if they lit them at all, was usually on Christmas Eve. The whole family was gathered together, and they had a nice big bucket of water handy, just in case. And don't miss Santa peeking in the window. He is a key character in this exhibit. You'll see the life-size figures throughout the entire museum, and we do have our own artists that make those. One last thing you'll want to know about is the desk in the right-hand corner. That desk belonged to Clement Moore when he wrote the poem, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." We don't know if he actually wrote it there, but we like to think he might have. Take your time here as you go throughout the museum. Just follow the pathway and explore each room as you come to it. We'll bring you out after the life-size nativity back here in the lobby. Take your time and enjoy.